In this tutorial, we'll look at ActionEditor and how we can build interactions beyond basic page navigations. Visualizer allows us to create dynamic applications as opposed to simple static prototypes, and actions help us bring interactivity to applications. ActionEditor is a productivity tool which allows us to associate complex action sequences to events to achieve the desired interaction experience without having to write any code. Let's get started. I've already created a project having 3 forms. These are right now static forms without any interactivity. On clicking the sign up button, the application should navigate to the registration form, allowing the user to create a new account. We can bring in that interactivity by right clicking on the sign up button and associating an action sequence to the on click event. Notice it opens the action editor, which has a set of predefined actions grouped under logical headings. Let's associate the navigate to form action. On selecting the action, all the configurable properties for that action are shown in the bottom pane. We've now associated an action to navigate control to the registration form on clicking the new user button. Similarly, we can navigate the user to login form on click of sign in button and navigate the user to registration form on click of join now button on the login form. ActionEditor also allows us to create complex conditional logic without having to write any code. Let's say we want to configure the following validations: match the password and confirm password fields, ensure a valid email address is entered, and always ensure that first name is entered for registration. We can achieve all this very easily through ActionEditor. Let's associate an action sequence to the onText change event of the confirm password text box. We can also do this from the action tab on the properties sheet. Let's create an if condition to validate the text of the password and confirm password fields. If the condition evaluates to false, let's set the skin of confirm password to indicate an error. Indenting the action associates it with the corresponding condition. On the else condition, let's remove the styling we've applied and also set the visibility of OK image to true. We can copy the action, paste it under the else condition and change the values. Let's create action sequences for validation of the email address. We can associate an action to the onText change event of the email address text box. Notice I have configured an if condition with an expression which checks the validity of the email address with a regular expression match. If it is valid, we can set the visibility of OK image to true. Else, we can set it to false. ActionEditor also allows us to animate widgets. Let's say if the first name is not entered, a message should be shown to the user indicating the error and it has to slide from the top of the screen. Let's associate an action sequence to the on-click event of the registration button. If the first name is not empty, then we'll hide the error container. Else, we will set the visibility of the error container to true, set the error message on the container, and associate a move animation so that the container slides from the top of the screen. Now that we have configured all the action sequences, let's see how the application runs in App Preview. Let's launch the application on App Preview. On clicking Sign In, we are taken to the login page. On clicking the Join Now button, we are taken to the registration page. Email validation is being performed. Password and confirm password match is done. And first name is mandatory and is shown for registration. Thank you for attending the tutorial on ActionEditor. If you have any questions, please post them at community.kony.com.